Like the Jim Everett thing, there was, by the way, everyone looks back on it now fondly, and it was the greatest thing that ever happened to ESPN too. Arguably, there was.
I'm pissed that people don't ask about it anymore. It used to be that I couldn't go one day without somebody being in my face about it. I'm like, hey, you do know that happened, right? No.
Exactly.
Hey, can you set the record straight for the last time? We've covered that story a million times, but just so people know once and for all, did we stage that? Did we plan that? Was Everett in on that? Were we doing that for ratings? Is any of that bullcrap true?
Zero. By the way, he screwed us, just to be clear. Jim Everett screwed us. I'll never forget the night before. You find out from Nick Zaccanino, one of the greatest talent bookers of all time, that Everett is...
Not that day, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't. That Everett's coming on the show. You're in the parking lot, pretty much having a meltdown. Why would you book this guy, Nick? I crush this guy all the time. I call him Chrissy Everett. You have to cancel this guy.
Remember what our policy was. What I said was, if somebody has any issue with anything I've said, bring them on the show. Bring them on the show. Nick, did you call him or did he call you? I just need to know that. If Everett's pissed and he wants a piece of me and he wants to come on, bring him on.
Right.
But I need to know, Nick, who called who.
But you were concerned. You were nervous. Like, this guy, there's false pretense here, and we're going to have a problem. You should look at canceling him. I'm not going to have any situation on our hands. Then we decided, you know what?
Remember what you said? You said nobody ever had a bad experience on our show, and we don't want this to be the first one. And so you got on the phone.
No, and then you said, and just, Shap, you need to talk to him when he comes in tomorrow. Because Nick said, oh, we're fine. You need to talk to him. I said, great, I'll prep him in the green room. I love prepping, as you know. And I said, I'm going to tell him you're planning to call him Chrissy Everett. Because your take was, I'm not going to be fake. Like, I'm calling him that on the radio. This is the real thing. Oh, Jim, then you ended up having him on your show and you kissed his ass.
You
were nervous
say
about
to somebody's face.
That's right.
No, I said, I'm not going to not say to a guy's face what I've been saying behind his back, not behind his back, but on the radio. And then we will do the interview. You and I prepared to do a really good interview with him.
That's right. Then he came in. I sat down with him one-on-one. I told him, I said, do we have any issue? If we have any issue whatsoever, we can go long with our other guests because we had 2 guests. And I got it. Now, I will tell you, he was of the mind, like, just don't overdo it. Like, I understand it. And that's where it went wrong in the interview. When he said, hey, dude, you've been doing that. You better stop. It was kind of, you were challenged, but it was one of those choice points. What am I going to do here? And people ask me all the time, did you tell Rome, did you do your job as a producer and get in his ear and say, don't do it, Jim? I said, first of all, no, I didn't. Okay, I'll take the blame for that. But I gotta tell you,
there's no blame. You have no blame in any of this.
But I was thinking, like, of course he's not going to say it again because he totally challenges. He's not going to say it, and then you said it, and all hell went loose. I'm like, take Black.
I think that you probably won't say it again.
I bet I do.
Okay,
Chris.
It was crazy.
Incredible. I didn't tell him because of course he's not that stupid. He's not that stupid. Rome's not going there.
Because he was totally in your face.
Dude, you know what's so incredible about this? By the way, dude, 30 years, Mark?
Right.
30 years? He and his wife wanted to do a commercial with me, and they gave me a treatment for a commercial recently. Can you believe it's been 30 years since that happened?
Insane. But I'll tell you, you were left for dead. You were left for dead. I mean, like, articles, this, ESPN, back to your point. So a lot of people were like, oh, he did this, he ruined the network.
Yeah, you know who had my back? You and Janet, and I think that's it.
I think John Walsh did too. A little bit? Half? Okay, he didn't. Deb Vogel definitely didn't. Okay? I'm just kidding. Who knows where it was? They were lining up against you. So when your deal was up and they didn't renew you, you were left for dead. You had to build back on your own. You did. Your profile continued to take off. Personality smacked. I mean, you're a great interviewer. That's what has you there. I mean, you're not afraid to ask any question. So it has always kept you as a standout. And then when I had a chance to bring you back, come on back, and then you delivered the numbers.
Yeah, except I'm trying to figure out how far to go with this. Walsh was not happy to see me come back.
No. Oh, no. They were all lined up.
That's why when you say to me, oh, Walsh had your back, Walsh did not want me to come back.
He didn't want you to come back. When the show happened, he's like, we'll overcome it, and here's how we're going to do it.
Okay,
But
all right.
That's what he did. On the comeback, nobody did. But